it's completely different.
Honestly, I mean, it should be completely different, but I got no idea what the hell is going on. Because we got an offlane Rubik. Is he gonna go Meteor Hammer? Because I've seen this in some pubs. I've seen people doing it a bit here, and he got tipped right at the start of the game. So,
and I like the starting build with just full stats. The triple circlet, yeah.
Triple.
Triple.
Maybe that's a bit too much, but no regen. Okay, interesting. I mean, this looks.
I mean, don't need regen if you don't get hit.
What? Sure. Yeah, I guess. I think. Yep. Maybe. I guess. Whatever. It's very interesting. I mean, Baboka playing the Primal. I'm wondering why. I'm really trying to think why. Maybe because they don't want this Primal to have so many levels that the Morphling's going to be turning into Primal and getting all these like this early beastly trample that we've seen a lot of Morphs run away with. I don't know. I'm very curious about it. This was a super speedy draft as well. It was like instant pick Slark. It looked like a good Slark game, of course. Now maybe it could be a bit more difficult versus the Visage spam that's coming up, but he's got an Omni backing him up. I don't know, Owen. This is going to be a wild one.
All right, let's see. Let's see what we get here around this first bounty rune. A lot of heroes. Baboka, he's ready to charge in on them.
He said, get the hell away from me. Zeal didn't even use a single soul assumption. Okay, he could have put some decent harassment in, but doesn't even want to waste his mana. He's like, no, saving it for the lane.
Okay. So anyway, with regards to the offlane Rubik, have you seen this being done before? Like, what makes this work when it does work?
It's usually when you have like very good spells or something to steal. In this game, I would say he does not actually have that. You either have very good spells to steal or you're griefing.
Oh no.
I was trying to think of another reason. I couldn't think of one.
And what's the build? Like, what are you put yourself in a position where you're going to get farm, you're going to get gold?
He's going auras, which, I mean, as an offlaner, sure, fine with that. Definitely looks weird. I got to think. I'm trying to think of something. Like, there has to be something else that I'm missing here. Like, what could it be?
Bottom lane.
Wait, what?
I mean, they're just able to run him down. Zeal goes down.
Wait, what? I feel like that should not happen. What? Did he just get...
He just got
by the Omni.
Look at the Omni.
The Omni just killed him.
Omni literally kind of soloed him. 600 damage from him with those right clicks, and
what?
Yeah.
I mean, Visage is squishy, but what? I mean, look at him go again. Okay, well that's unexpected.
Okay.
This is a very bizarre draft coming out here. Mid lane. I mean, we haven't been seeing this too much either. The Bat Rider, right? This hero has, of course, gotten that nerf in the sticky napalm in the last patch, and I mean, pros have just completely stopped picking it from what we've seen. So it's pretty interesting to see that they open with it in the draft. Ember has been a response that we've seen a couple times. It does pretty decent. It's a little bit of a volatile lane matchup, but nothing to say. He's comfortable. He's already got his boots and his stick, so should be able to withstand the pressure of XWY if he's not overextending. And right now the Rubik. Okay, so other thing that I guess like I was trying to think this whole time besides like the craziness that happened was maybe like looking at the base damage, since Rubik is about damage reduction, so the higher base damage a hero does have, of course, you will reduce more. So playing versus Morphling, maybe looking to just shut down the lane completely and then just play off of that, getting auras and playing with your team. I'm trying to think of extra reasons. Because right now he is doing very good in the matchup. He's 10 and 5 to the 11-4. It's not bad.
Bottom. I mean, outside of sort of Zeal going down, is this a lane that PSG.LGD should be able to apply pressure to the Slark with?
Level 1 dying hurts quite a bit, but they should be able to in theory. Just now, the thing is that the Omni just has so much extra gold that he's able to just probably throw so much extra regen onto Monet that maybe he is just going to withstand any of the spam, having levels with Heavenly Grace, having extra regen that he can throw on him. So maybe now they will struggle to shut down Monet. Nothing to say. High fives his tower. Does not get the range deny. And yeah, he's actually keeping XWY a bit low.
XWY. I have to spend the time to head over for the bounty.
Okay, so I'm thinking more. So, okay, XXS, maybe versus the Morph. Here's the old school thing that people used to do. You're going to get the attribute shift. You're going to go all strength, and then you're going to steal strength adaptive strike.
That could work.
Right? I don't know. I'm reaching here.
I mean, we'll see if he does exactly that.
If he's able to even find it. Because most people don't even... I feel like sometimes you don't even see them use the adaptive strike strength even once per game. We'll see. All in all, right now, lanes, though, for Aster, looking pretty good. Rubik farming well. Not slowing down the Morphling, though. runes. Who's going to get what? They will check top rune. Baboka, he's lingering around mid, is able to take away the rune from Nothing to Say, and XWI gets the bottle fill up. Not as important, though, for Nothing to Say, since, as we always say, you know, versus Batrider, you tend to see these mid players opt away from going for that bottle, just going for their phase boots and stats and stuff like that. Tons of voice lines being spammed from both sides. Don't see this too often in China. But teams, I mean, they're smiling and like they're having a giggle and everything too, especially at the start when they tipped that XXS on the Rubik.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, Baboka's still hanging around this area. Same to be said for Why You Smile. It's kind of tricky for them to get in onto the Ember Spirit, though. Yeah, Why You Smile just making sure that Baboka doesn't have any sort of angle to enter into mid.
They were thinking about it, though. Why You Smile, he's going to have to dive. Is Baboka going to time it perfect? No, he won't. They were looking for a kill, because you saw XWI, he's holding skill build. So he's holding a point just in case for Flame Break to maybe look for the Ember. Is Nothing to Say. Has phase boots already finished up. Lightstone too. So yeah, he's done very well in this matchup. Oh. Lag. Okay.
So far, you know, bottom lane, Slark's not having any issues down here, right? This is proven to be a pretty easy lane for Monet. I mean, to be fair, I feel like most of the times Monet does have a pretty good time in the laning stage.
Definitely.
Super solid laner as a carry.
God, hey, come on, give credit to his support.
True,
His
okay,
support
sure.
sets him up for success.
Super good
player.
position 5 by
Thank you.
Pichu every time.
To be honest, right? Like we've given Pichu quite a bit of MVPs. Like his clock.
No,
like,
yeah, I mean,
a
it
baller.
really has, as you say, just sort of the way he plays in lane.
Yeah, and
does give a lot for Monet.
They got through like what I would call, I guess, like a little bit of the, I guess, like the harder instances is pre 3 minutes before raindrops can come out. That's where Visage is usually able to maybe get like 1 or 2 kills consecutively. So double raindrops already picked up immediately from the safe lane of Aster, so they should be able to endure any of the spam that's going to come out from Planet and Zeal. The only thing they have to watch out for now really is getting tossed under tower or something like that. I mean, XXS is very much so enjoying this voice line.
But I mean, he's going to play off-lane Rubik, isn't he?
That's actually true.
I wonder, when you sort of see a player get to play sort of a hero like this, do you think it was a case of him being like, guys, trust me, this is the game for some off-lane Rubik?
I mean, it has to be something along those lines. He saw something that maybe we didn't, and maybe Baboka also just saw something about the Primal that we didn't see too, just wanting to play it as sub. I thought maybe, I really did think maybe, because I've seen a couple pubs do this Meteor Hammer off-lane Rubik, because you get that crazy cast range and stuff like that. But yeah, it's obviously, like we said, he's just going for auras. And yeah, we'll see what XXS is going to be able to do in mid-game, because lane, looking pretty all right. Planet, trying to help get the rune here, Nothing to Say.
Let's see, is it down bottom?
Bonks him away, spawns top, Baboka says thank you.
Try and chase down XWI a little bit, but indeed, with Baboka around, there's nothing more to be done here by Nothing to Say.
And they are getting those stacks prepared already. So that's one thing that we've seen for Batrider. A lot of times, get ancient stacks prepared so that he can back up after the laning phase and get that crazy farm and get those early boots of travel. So it's only 1 stack at the moment, but I can imagine Baboka's just going to continue doing so. And they're both just playing around mid. Why You Smile and Baboka. So just leaving the Morphling in a 1v1 versus XXS. This is, I mean, we saw the Doom in a 1v1 versus the Lone Droid. Now we have Morphling in a 1v1 versus Rubik for the whole laning phase. Cool. And yeah, just prioritizing stacks.
Yeah, Planet also getting some going here for PSG.LGD.
Same thing for Why You Smile. Innocence will get a hard camp stack. We'll also just continue to linger around the mid lane. XWI will get forced back to base, so Nothing to Say. He's actually won the mid matchup as December Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The only kill that we've had was an Omni Knight auto-attacking a Visage. Pretty funny.
Back in lane now, XWI.
Still level 6, and he skilled the second point in Firefly, so doesn't have Lasso just yet to go for an aggressive play. Farm game. Planet. He's trying to bait Pichu over to get the toss into tower, but Pichu, very careful. Nothing to say. Getting aggressive, wanting to deny some of this farm.
Ooh,
oh, and now
might
maybe
be able
they
to go
find
for
the Omni.
Pichu instead. Yeah, they've got the three of them. They'll be able to take him out. Does mean that Boca's got the space to move over and take that haste rune away from Nothing to Say.
And there we see XXS already. He's got the attribute shift, so he's very tanky. And he is, well, he was top of net worth for a second. They're all kind of sitting very close. I really hope he gets some 5-second, whatever, or like max second stuns on the adaptive strike. Sorry, 3-second. Could be cool.
I mean,
mid, Boca, he's got to be careful.
He's pretty squishy, only level 3, of course, of this stage. Nothing to say, he's going to want to dive in for this one.
Next light, it's got him.
He's going to get the kill, and he's going to be out of there in time. Not a chance for any sort of grab to catch him.
Definitely going to be a bit of a difficult game for them to deal with. Nothing to say. Looking at their disables, you've got a lift, you've got pulverize, but these, you know, pulverize pretty difficult to land. You've got lasso can, but difficult until you have like a blink dagger. Pounce can be a bit annoying sometimes, but I imagine they'll itemize to deal with that. And yeah, Morphling, Shiro has not been slowed down whatsoever. So even though he is versus that Morphling, or even though he is versus that Rubik, and the Rubik is free farming, they haven't touched Shiro's farm whatsoever. And similar concept as this Morphling as the Ember, limited, you know, could be some difficulty catching him. XWI, gonna do the Ancients here. So what, that's triple stack. Nicely picked up there. Used the smoke even to ensure that he does it easy. And that will be Boots of Travel.
Yeah, good timing. I mean, whereabouts on the map do you think they'll focus on trying to go first? Like, can they look to entering into the jungle and trying to find this morph?
I think that's a reach. That's kind of risky play with their lineup at the moment. I think like the Visage is the easy kill. The other two is going to be probably a bit difficult for him to catch and get on top of. Have a lot of different ways to play around it. How are these levels looking? So Planet level 4, Omni Knight level 4, Planet. So next XWI here.
XWI might be able to help out.
Monet also here.
Chains catches onto the two of them, and Ember, nothing to say. He's going to bail out of this one. They'll leave Planet to go down.
4 heroes to push them out of their jungle. LGD playing very aggressive again, even though it's a very different style draft. Still looking to put the pressure on. They will give Innocence. They will. Why you smile? I always say Innocence. Why you smile the tome. XWI, a nice aggressive move here, taking away the stack. All right. Nice economical damage. To the mid lane. See what he's able to get. A level 1 Flame Guard.
Maybe even more here. They get the catch into the Pulverize, but the Remnant's already out.
Does he get Fable? Oh my god, it didn't bounce. Guess he lost vision for a second there. Must have been the Ember right on the edge of the fog.
Bottom Monet. Attempting to get aggressive onto Zeal there with the Shadow Dance, but not enough damage on his own to threaten the Visage.
Zeal has to be careful how far he steps up. They know that the Boots of Travel online for the Bat Rider. We saw the TP coming in, and now the Omni.
Gonna dive forward for this one. Monet trying to fight, but he doesn't have ultimate, so he's got to be a bit careful.
It's a very nice egg.
They've got the familiar stuns here onto the two of them, XWI and Monet. I mean, XWI gets out of range of the stun. Monet won't quite, but he's still going to be okay. Nothing else to follow up the Supernova.
Nice defensive egg, though, protecting his buddy. Lots of rotations, Aster. They're being forced down bottom a lot, but they're still farming very well. Stolen Slight. XXS is definitely going to have a fun game.
12-minute power in. It is the DD,
and
nothing to say he's going to be able to grab that. Doesn't want to fight with it for now, though. Let Planet fall here in the mid. And in return, down bottom, Zeal, with the pressure putting onto the tower, he's able to get beyond it and take down Pichu.
Nice bird drop. Stops Boca's charge in place. DD rune for nothing to say. They might actually be able to finish this mid tower here. XWI is walking over. He's got to stop this push. But they're going to hit it. Again, we'll be able to deter them away.
He does have lasso up.
Oh,
and
the slight lift.
Oh, but not able to get the lasso off that.
Oh.
maybe felt that they wouldn't have had enough damage if they did lasso.
He didn't have Firefly, so yeah, maybe thinking that. Shiro, though, in the meantime, he is not getting contested whatsoever, as we've said. You know, 6,600 net worth for this Morph, having a bit better game than Monet, who's had to move around a little bit, right? He's been being shifted out of that safe lane to look for some kills to help out his jungle. Yeah, this is a pretty nice Morphling game too. Shiro, level 11. He's got his Lincolns finished up, going straight for the Aghanims. Tough to deal with this Ags when you are playing a Slark too. He's just going to steal all your stats, and it'll be pretty hard for you to fight until you get something to counter it yourself.
And,
that's the Echo.
That is the Echo that gets taken out there by a well-placed tree from Planet.
Look at bottom lane. They are really good from going for Zeal again.
And they'll use the lasso here to make sure. Oh, but the familiar stuns are coming out. He'll still go down. Not quite able to play his way out of that one, Zeal.
Splits the micro too, sends one bird one way, one bird the other. He could have, I see why he didn't, of course. He could have maybe resummoned and perhaps looked to protect himself with that, but XXS was there, so he does not want to give familiars to this Rubik. Lets himself die. He knows that they heavily rotated for him there too, so it's not the worst case scenario.
Yeah, more and more space for the Morphling. It's complete uninterrupted free farm on the top half of the map. Down bottom. We'll be able to get in under the tower here as they'll look to dive forward for Planet. I get good familiar stuns, but not enough to save him.
The Slight, he's kept it this whole time. It's actually doing work. Slight is one of the more fun abilities you can get on Rubik, just because you can use all your spells while sliding. And he's got Greaves. I mean, pretty damn good timing for XXS.
Yeah, they're taking this tower down. Tier 1 on the bottom lane is gone.
Mid tower, though, at the same time, LGD, they'll get the bigger one.
Maybe the deny. Oh, can't. He's been caught by the root. And in fact, Pichu, he has the heals. So damage over time ends up ticking him out.
And now another steal of the stacks. I mean, this time it's Baboka. I think he might. Let's see if he pays with his life, though. Planet, he's in the area. Nice charge. All right. He's got drums finished. Pretty good timing for Baboka.
They still want to see if they can catch something here. So nothing to say, not quite able to catch onto XXS with the chains combo.
He's tanky too, and he has the Greaves at the moment locked.
Monet, he's running into this fight. They'll get the pulverize off on a Planet. Now XWY, he's ready to head in and see if he can get on top of another. As YU Smile also to fall. Aster doing a good job at turning up to these fights.
They're just bringing the numbers over and over. They're like, Shiro is literally playing a different game, so we're just going to bring numbers and hope that we can actually overpower you with these numbers. But yeah, in the meanwhile, of course, Shiro, that's 2 components now finished for Aghanims. Level 13. Monet only level 11 at the moment. This Morphling is being set up for success.
Yeah, will they be able to deal with him when he turns up to the fights?
It's gonna be tough. It does feel like it. Because not only is he going to be able to, of course, you know, sap that stats away from the Slark, but also turning into the Slark. With an Aghanims, he'll have double pounds to be able to jump all the way inside and outside the fight. He definitely has some cool potential. Even turning into the Omni Knight, of course, too, and being able to always protect himself with that Heavenly Grace. Shiro? Can they set up for
onto him? He's got a bit too much HP to work through. Shiro, he's going to be fine.
He's got Heavenly Grace too. He's tanky.
See Monet go for Planet instead.
Monet.
Heals are there for the Sunray, but not enough to save him. Planet goes down. Well, it's going to look towards Shiro, but the Zeal's turned up as well with the backup.
Guardian Angel.
It's going to be popped as Aster. They continue to push on. Zeal, he's been caught out of the side. They'll take out the Visage. Double kill for Monet.
Aster, just the numbers every single time. It's like 4 or 5 of them when you look at the map. And is he going to get the bird as well? Zeal, drop stun. He'll protect it. But, wow, so much pressure that they're applying here. Aster just playing super quick. You look away for 1 second, it's 5 heroes instantly. And now BKB is actually done for the Batrider.
Yeah, and Monet's very close to his own Aghanims.
I think he has it.
He does actually, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yep. He can
it's
disassemble.
Completed it 17 minutes in. Yeah, of course, with the Echo. So perfect timing here for Monet.
I think keep it up. Keep that aggression going. Don't let Shiro just sit back and get that space. Looking for their own move onto Baboka. They don't get the chains.
Yeah, unlucky with the chains there.
The Mud Golem split.
Oh no, this gotta be.
I haven't heard that one. Now Zeal again.
I mean, Mono, he's just ready to go now. In under the tower, more stacks for him.
They are really ramping up the pressure. They're kind of just challenging PSG.LGD. They're like telling them, come at us. Fight us, please. Super ready to fight. Monet has 5 stacks.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'll see what PSG.LGD's kind of answer to this will be. I mean, is it... What do you feel they need to do? Do they need to be turning up with more, or is this still the best way to play, just trying to avoid losing more than kind of like one or even 2 heroes in these pickoffs that Aster's making?
I think it's probably going to be like level 16 and Aghanims on Shiro, because 15 he's going to get the morph duration, and 16 he gets the level 2 morph, so it's like that lower cooldown and stuff. Maybe it's just level 15, and then he gets the morph talent plus Aghanims, and they look to just fight. But I mean, Aster, they're the ones just setting tempo constantly, playing around their vision, playing around this farmed Rubik, who's, by the way, 304 for X success.
Monet. He's going to try and get in on this. He wants to keep going.
He's just in.
Diving the tier 2 here. Not a care in the world as he goes for Zeal. Backup's coming in though. Now he'll start to care a little bit more as he pounces away. Leaves Pichu to go down.
Got to be careful how aggressive you are. Shiro now, Aghanims is finished. Level 2 morph. He's ready to join his team and fight constantly. Monet just jumps in.
Back in.
That's a little reckless.
All right. I mean, they've got the numbers here, PSG.LGD. They'll turn and fight back, but Boca's gone. And I feel like he got baited in a little bit there by Monet.
Next success.
They get the stun.
He might also be in trouble.
They dive in the tower, and with the waveform forward, they indeed have enough damage. It's a couple of kills there off the back of what was Aster's decision to fight.
Monet, a little over-aggressive there. They have to cancel the boot to travel also from the Bat Rider because the egg was placed down, so if he TP's in, might just get set up on. Next WY, his TP CD, they're wrapping on him.
And we'll see here with the odds provided to us by our partner, esportsbet.io. Feeling that PSG.LGD again once have the edge here, despite that fast start that Aster did come in with, but starting to show maybe some of the cracks that may end up hurting Aster in the long run this game.
I mean, Shiro is massive. He is having the freest Morphling game ever, and we said it's a pretty good setup for that morph. Level 16's online now, so morph duration. He's got that 36 duration. Super annoying to play versus as a Slark. Visage, I see Zeal, he's going for BKB. I thought he was actually going to buy Shard. Since he's just getting literally charged at every single one of these fights, I thought he'd look to get that Shard so he can drop down and protect himself a little bit more. Maybe he does go back for it, but looking to be a little more greedy. And Aster, they're looking to go in.
Oh, let's see what Xtreme is able to get. He's going for Zeal.
Oh,
the stun there coming in to put a stop to the pulverize. I mean, Zeal's still alive.
And now here comes Morphling.
They can get back in on this Shiro. Jumps in towards the back lines, not quite able to immediately burst out for Boca as the save comes in with the Guardian Angel.
Dire's bottom tower.
See if they can continue to chase them out. Chains are there. XWY has to put the BKB.
Trying to chase forward here again.
And Monet.
Monet's turned up.
So we get the first bounce off onto the Morphling. Starting to steal those stats.
But now he gets stolen back.
I mean, Shiro's ready to turn here. Jumps in himself with the pounce. Gets the connection onto the Slark. Monet's in trouble. He's gone. And Shiro just a bit too much for the Slark to bite right now. As Shiro using the Slark's potential against himself. And now with the stun putting a stop to XXS's TP, they are going to be able to claim a 4th kill from this fight.
Oh no, and now their draft is definitely going to start feeling that pressure where they do have this offlane Rubik. The Slark is very much so addressed as from this Morphling. Sure, you're stealing his stats, but then he steals your stats double-fold by using the Morph and then just hitting you afterwards with Essence Shift. And they're feeding Shiro Tomes. He's actually...
With just everything on the Morph.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty close to 18. And then it's, I mean, not infinite, not like permanent cooldown on that Morph, but it gets pretty close to being that point. Starting to find their footing completely here, PSG.LGD. I mean, I don't think they really lost their footing at all because Shiro was free farming, but Aster, they have to be cleaner with the way they go for these aggressive plays. Every one of these mistakes just compound that much more.
Let's see where they want to go next. And Aster, they'll They don't want to slow down.
But they might be forced to at this point now. Definitely don't want to overextend too much more into Shiro, who might just find XWY. They force a BKB.
A couple of times now, XWY just having to BKB and run.
I mean, it's pretty crazy that Shiro is 18. Like, look at the rest of the levels. It's 14 on Monet. He's got a 4-level disparity. Queuing up the Scotty next. Very good versus the 2 range cores, and just great versus Omni Knight in general. And of course, just a natural Morphling item. And Zeal, did he? Zeal did go back for the shard. Okay, cool. I'm glad he did that, actually. He had the... I was like, BKB's kind of greedy with the way the game state's going, so I like that he takes a chill pill. PSG.LGD, looking to strike. Monet.
They're going to jump him.
He gets morphed. Shiro's in.
Shiro's chasing. Couple of bounces, and he closes the gap in onto Siamese Cat.
It is just such a good morph game. And oh, look, right next to Roche. Do they want to go for it? They want more kills.
They got the setup here with the chains. And Planet, he's here with the follow-up.
Now it's Roche time. Uh-oh, game getting out of control.
It certainly feels that way. You know, 4K gold lead might not be the biggest, but the speed that has kind of popped up and the way that the last few players have gone for Aster, definitely a concern here for them.
And the fact that it's, yes, there's a Slark versus a Morphling, but when a Morph has this type of game, he actually counters the Slark in the essence of having he just gets a Morph off every single time onto him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now he's got an Aegis as well, Shiro.
And Success, who did have a pretty okay start, or a pretty good start for the Rubik, of course, he is starting to fall behind. We're seeing Baboka actually catching right back up to him as this Primal Beast. He almost has BKB on Primal. He probably is going to become the offlaner.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, things just looking very problematic for them to deal with Shiro. His itemization was honestly, like, it's very standard, but Lincoln's was, I mean, it's a godly Lincoln's game versus Rubik versus Pulverize versus Batrider.
Yeah, who sort of starts to catch on the morph? It really relies on Monet being the one getting in line with the pounce, but as we've seen, if he's the one jumping in, Shiro is more than happy to fight back against Monet. Yep.
I mean, I'm seeing XXS try to find a solution. He's going for Hex next on the Rubik, so see if that's going to be able to even get.
Got the toss back onto Baboka. Monet here to try and help out. The Sunray's coming in from YE Smile. Baboka goes down, and Monet, he's got to run. Pops the Depth Shroud and has to back off.
This Sunray is also being a big problem for them. They can't actually commit onto most heroes. That's why YE Smile always seems to be there. And now tier 2 to fall. And this Morphling, of course, he's blessed with those very nice auras that he's got from his Visage, the Vlads and the Drum. They actually might just start knocking on high ground a little bit.
I think they can.
And Aster has to be careful. Planet's in position to go for tossbacks. Force the glyph. But they're gonna keep their siege alive with their glyph.
Yeah, Shiro can tank as well for it.
Yep. Heads up move.
And what are you gonna do
and
here if you're
look at
Aster?
Planet. Look at his positioning right now.
And there he is. He's in with the jump. They get the toss back onto XXS. The Guardian Angel comes out. Now get the Pulverize control onto the Ember. They've taken down Nothing to Say, but the Supernova successful. Aster got to try and reset themselves here. XXS gets picked off at the side by a Soul Assumption. Shiro, he's still good to go. The push with the Familiars onto the barracks.
Baboka
tries to get in on this, but immediately just gets clipped by the stun, and Zeal takes him out as well with the Soul Assumption. Monet is looking for Shiro, but Zeal's cleaned it up. It's a triple kill for Zeal. 4 dead on Aster. They'll call it. GG. As PSG.LGD, they take this game to, again, it's another quick one, 26 minutes, but definitely in a bit of a different fashion from the kind of just straight one-sided matchup in game 1.